We're now jumping into related rates. So related rates are where we have multiple variables. Normally, they are dependent on time, and they're related to each other. Get that? Related rates. Anyways, so we have some problem solving strategies in solving these word problems. And so let's just go through that really quickly. So first thing you're going to do, read through the problem, read through it again, and then we're going to start pulling out information. So you're going to assign symbols to the variables involved in the problem. And if applicable, it's not always applicable, you're going to draw a sketch or a figure. You're going to state in terms of the variable the information that is given and the rate to be determined. So we're just going to pull out that information. If you see anything in the word problem that says rate, this is talking about derivative. So it might say we're filling up a bathtub and the rate that the water is coming out is this number. That would be talking about the derivative there. We're going to find an equation relating the variable that we just said and defined in step one. We're going to use the chain rule to differentiate both sides of the equation that we found in this last step with respect to the independent variable. This new equation will relate the derivatives. So in here, when it tells us that we're going to take the derivative of both sides, use the chain rule, we're using our implicit differentiation. So remember with implicit differentiation, whenever we took the derivative with respect to y, it was y was a function of x. So we would tack on that dy dx, taking the derivative of the inside. Same sort of idea here. Usually, again, our independent variable is going to be time. And so when we took the derivative of all the variables in there, it's with respect to time. And so we're going to tack on that either dx dt, dy dt, depending on what variables we called them. And then at the end, we have already listed out what our variables meant and values of some of them. We're going to substitute all the known values into the equation that we just took the derivative of both sides, and then we can solve for that unknown rate of change that it's giving us. So those are the steps we're going to follow to solve relating rates problems. But before we jump into an actual word problem, let's look at an example of solving one of these that's already laid out for us.